Welcome to The Giver. We're so excited that you're here. My students and I have spent 2 evenings a week, every week, pretty much since September, getting ready for tonight, and we can't wait to share this with you. I'm happy to acknowledge that we're here to live, work, and tonight play on the traditional unceded territory of the Tsleil-Waututh, and I'm really grateful for this beautiful facility that Lakewood is letting us use. They've been extraordinarily accommodating. While there's lots of thank yous in the program, and I hope you see them there, I'm especially grateful to our sponsors for making this possible. You wouldn't guess how much it costs to do a play, but there are very real costs, so I'm glad we can offer them lots of advertising on the screen, as well as your programs. I want to thank Noah, who is making my microphone work, and doing extraordinary work to have all the technology happen tonight. So thank you, Noah, for making this possible. Genevieve is my stage manager. Again this year, she showed up at nearly every rehearsal as a volunteer, just for the experience, and she's running everything backstage. She's amazing, and I couldn't do it without her. And then I'd also like to thank the admins at Cedars. I feel so supported. They trust me, they help me, they have wisdom for me, and so I wanted to acknowledge them as well. In the past, my drama team has done comedies. Last year we did Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. We did Anne of Green Gables, It's a Wonderful Life, or A Christmas Carol. Tonight's story comes from a dystopian novel that was written 30 years ago. Some of you aren't familiar with the story, and some of you love it. But I want you to know it may seem strangely resonant with current times. It's been required reading for years for students in the BC. It is as early as grade 7. Some grade 7 classes still read it. And in fact, it's part of the curriculum in grade 9 at Cedars. So why go there? Hey, why do a play with some heaviness to it, especially as a Christian school? The Bible itself doesn't shy away from some honest depictions of pretty horrible things. And they're not all in tidy moralistic packages. Ultimately, I feel like this is a story of hope. I hope you leave here realizing the difference it makes when human beings don't hold on to their pain, but they share it with a loving community. And that one person's determination to make their community a better place, it can really change the world. That's what I hope. Enjoy the show.
Attention! There is no cause for alarm. The low-flying airplane seen over the community today was not a threat. The pilot in training merely misread his navigational instructions and made a wrong turn. Realizing he was breaking the rules, he was trying to find his way back before his error was noticed. He apologizes for any alarm he may have raised. Needless to say, he will be released.
Who wants to be the first tonight for feelings?
I felt very angry this afternoon. My childcare group was at the play area, and we had a visiting group of 7s, and they didn't obey the rules at all. I was so angry at one man, I made my hand into a fist, like this.
Where were the visitors from?
Some other community, I don't remember.
How did you feel when your group of 6s visited another community last year?
Strange. Their learning usages my group haven't learned yet, so we felt stupid.
Do you think that boy today felt strange and stupid, being in a new place with rules he didn't know about?
Yes.
I feel a little sorry for him.
Me too. And sorry I made a fist. Thank you.
Well, I'm feeling a little worried.
What about?
One of the new children isn't doing well.
What gender is it?
Male. He's a sweet little male. But he's not growing as fast as he should be, and he doesn't sleep soundly. The other nurturers and I have him in the extra care section, but the committee's beginning to talk about releasing him.
Oh no, I know how sad that must make you feel.
I may ask committee for permission to bring him here at night, if you don't mind. I don't want to trust him to the night crew. I think he needs something extra.
Of course.
Maybe we could even keep him.
Lily?
I know. 2 children to each family. Very clear.
Thank you.
Jonas?
Jonas?
What?
We're sharing feelings. Anything you want to share?
I'm feeling apprehensive.
Why is that, son?
I know there's really nothing to worry about. Every adult's been through it, you and mother and everybody, but it's almost December.
The ceremony of 12.
I'm glad you told us your feelings.
Lily, why don't you go and get on your night clothes? Father and I are going to have a talk with Jonas.
But
Lily?
privately.
Yes, Lily. This talk will be a private one with Jonas.
When I was an 11, as you are, Jonas, I was very impatient waiting for the ceremony at 12. I enjoyed naming the ones, as I always do, but I didn't much pay attention to the other ceremonies. Except for my sister. She became a 9 that year. We watched and cheered as she removed her hair ribbons and got her bicycle. I've been training her on mine, even though I wasn't supposed to.
Everybody breaks that rule,
I think the committee is looking into lowering the age of bicycle riding.
which means the children will be elders by the time any change is made.
So I cheered Katie and her bike, and I didn't pay much attention to the 10s or 11s. Then finally, at the end of the second day, it was my turn.
The ceremony of 12.
My parents looked so proud, even my sister, although she wanted to be able to ride that bicycle publicly. But to be honest, there wasn't the suspense there was for your ceremony. I was already fairly certain what my assignment was going to be.
How? It's a secret. The committee of elders don't tell anybody what their assignment's going to be.
Yes, how'd you know?
I knew what my gift was. While my friends in my age group were holding bicycle races or building vehicles or bridges with their construction sets,
Like I do with my friends.
I was always drawn to new children. I spent all my volunteer hours at the nurturing center, and the elders knew that.
They've been watching me a lot at school. They watch all the 11s and take notes.
They don't make mistakes. So, when my assignment was announced as a nurturer, it wasn't a big surprise. It was what I had most wanted.
But I don't know what I most want. I don't know what my gift is. What if I'm disappointed with my assignment?
We'll find exactly the right assignment for you. Don't worry. And after your ceremony, you'll be training with your assignment group.
No more volunteer hours, no more recreation hours. Your old friends won't be as close.
But Asher and I will always be friends, right? And we'll still be in school.
Absolutely. There'll just be changes.
Good changes, though. After my ceremony, when I entered my training for law and justice, I found myself among people who shared my interests. I made friends on a new level, friends of all ages,
Did you still play after 12?
occasionally, but it didn't seem as important to me.
I still do. Every day at the nurturing center. Bounce on knee, peekaboo, hug the teddy. Fun doesn't end when you become 12.
This is certainly a very long, private conversation.
I'll come help you remove your hair ribbons, Lily.
Are all comfort objects imaginary creatures?
I think so. Yours is an elephant, right?
Right.
Mine was a bear.
Mine was a dolphin. 12 days until the ceremony.
Attention, this is a reminder to females under 9 that Hair ribbons are neatly tied at all times.
That has to be about your sister.
Of course it is. Her ribbons are always a mess.
Throw me an apple.
Asher,
What? I need to improve my hand-eye coordination, don't I?
no doubt.
You know what I don't want to be aside? I could never be instructors of threes. Can you imagine me teaching them precise language?
Every one of them would be asking for a smack when they want a snack.
You would think after the 4th round of the discipline wand, I would learn not to say, I want my snack at mealtime.
Remember the lashes on your legs?
Remember when I stopped talking altogether?
Silent Asher. How we long for those days.
Threes I'd be teaching would long for those days. It'd be a total disappointment.
I think you mean disaster.
Disaster, exactly.
Did
What?
nothing. Ash, does anything seem strange to you? About the apple?
Yes, keeps jumping out of my hand and falling onto the ground. Back to learning.
Isn't he cute? Look how tiny he is. And he has funny eyes like yours, Jonas.
Lily, don't say that. It's rude to point out differences.
I apologize, Jonas.
Apology accepted.
But they're light, like yours. Maybe he has the same birth mother as you. What's his comfort object called?
Hippo, it says.
Hippo. I think your children are so cute. I hope I get assigned to be a birth mother.
Lily, don't say that. There's very little honor in that assignment.
But I was talking to Natasha once. She does her volunteer hours at the birthing center. And she told me that birth mothers get wonderful food. And most of the time they play games
For
with it.
3 years, Lily. 3 births, and then they're laborers for the rest of their lives until they enter the house of the old. Is that what you want?
Well, no, I guess not. I wish we knew his name.
As a matter of fact, I feel a little guilty about this. But I saw his naming list in office today. Number 36. This little fellow, if he makes it to naming without being released, is to be Gabriel. I whisper it to him sometimes if no one's around to hear me.
Hello, Gabriel.
I call him Gabe, actually.
Gabe. It's a good name.
Attention, this is a reminder to male 11s that objects are not to be removed from the recreation area, and that snacks are to be eaten, not hoarded. Thank you.
I just wanted to look at it.
I think Gabriel's asleep.
Here, I'll show you how to feed him.
10 days until the ceremony.
Hello, Jonas.
Hello, Fiona.
You're doing your volunteer hours in the House of the Old today?
I thought so, yes. I wanted to see you. I mean, I haven't seen you in a while, you know.
I'm glad you're here. We celebrated a release this morning, so that always throws the schedule off a little. Asher and I can help with the meeting. You want to help?
Sure.
Hi, Jonas.
Hi, Asher. Maybe we can talk after you're done?
Maybe. We'll see.
Your turn, Larissa. I started the water and I'll help you in.
The
Comfortable?
This morning we celebrated the release of Robert. It was wonderful.
I knew Robert. I helped with his feeding last time I was here, just a few weeks ago.
They told his whole life story. They always do, but to be honest, some of the tellings are a little boring. I've even seen some of the old fall asleep during tellings. Like when they released Edna. Did you know Edna?
No.
Well, they tried to make her life sound meaningful. And of course, all lives are meaningful, but Edna, my goodness. She was a birth mother and then worked in food preparation for years. She never even had a family unit. I don't think Edna was very smart. But Robert's life was wonderful. He had been an instructor of 11s, been on the planning committee, raised 2 very successful children, and did the landscaping design for the Central Plaza. Not the labor, of course, but the design.
Now your shoulders. Tell me about the celebration.
Well, the telling of his life is always first. Then we all raised our glasses and cheered. We chanted the anthem. He made a lovely speech. Several of us made speeches wishing him well. I didn't, though. Never fond of public speaking. He was thrilled. You should have seen the look on his face when they let him go.
Larissa, what happens when they make the actual release? Where exactly did Robert go?
I don't know. I don't think anybody does except the committee. Just bowed to all of us and walked like they all do through the special door in the releasing room. But you should have seen his look. Pure happiness, I'd call it.
I wish I'd been there to see it.
I don't know why they don't let children come. Not enough room, I guess. They should enlarge the releasing room.
We'll have to suggest that to the committee. Maybe they'd study it.
Right. And maybe have an answer by the time you're in here. And there it was.
8 days until the ceremony.
And there it was, on Mother's bicycle, against the rules, and suddenly there were 2 security guards. He was so terrified.
Do you think it was a warning dream?
I guess. Not to take other people's things.
Thank you for your dream, Lily.
How about you, Father?
No dreams last night. Gabe, any dreams? Jonas?
I did dream last night.
For once.
Good. Tell us.
I think I was in the house of the old,
That's where you were yesterday.
except it wasn't really the same. There was only one tub of water in the dream, and I had taken off my tunic so my chest was bare, and I was perspiring because it was so warm. And Fiona was there.
Asher, too?
No, only me and Fiona. I think I was trying to convince her that she should get into the tub of water. I wanted to bathe her, but she wouldn't. She kept laughing and saying no. That's all.
Can you describe the strongest feeling in your dream?
The wanting. I knew she wouldn't, and I think I knew she shouldn't, but I could feel the wanting all through me.
Lily, will you walk beside me to school this morning? We need to make sure the new child doesn't wiggle himself loose.
Jonas, wait. I'll write an apology to your instructor so you don't have to speak one for being late. Jonas, the feeling you described as the wanting, that was your first stirrings. It happens to everybody. It happened to Father when he was your age. It happened to me. It will someday happen to Lily. And very often, It begins with a dream.
Do I have to report it?
You did in the dream telling. That's enough.
What about the treatment? The speaker says the treatment has to take place right away. But my ceremony is about to happen. I don't want to go away someplace for treatment just because of a stupid dream.
No. It's just the pills. That's all. That's the treatment for the stirrings.
The ones you take.
Yes.
And Asher does too.
Many of your mates probably do. The males, at least. And they all will soon. Females too.
That's all?
That's all. But you mustn't forget. I will remind you for the first couple of weeks, but then you must do it on your own. If you forget, the stirrings will come back.
How long do I have to take them?
Until you enter the house of the old. But after a while, you won't even pay attention to it. If you leave right now, you won't even be late for school. And Jonas, thank you again for your dream.
I'm already forgetting it.
One day until the ceremony.
Our family is getting a new child tomorrow. I'm so excited.
I'm just scared.
Are you sure scared is the right word?
I heard about this one guy who's absolutely certain he was going to be assigned engineer. Instead, they gave him sanitation laborer. He went out the next day, jumped in the river, swam across, and joined the next community he came to. Nobody ever saw him again.
Somebody made that story up, Ash. My father said he heard that story when he was a 12.
I can't even swim very well. My swimming instructor said I don't have the right boyishness or something.
Buoyancy.
Whatever, Fiona. I don't have it. I sink.
Have you ever once known of anyone? I mean, really known for sure. Not just heard a story about it, Asher. Who joined another community?
No, but you can. It says so in the rules. If you don't fit in, you can apply for elsewhere and be released. My mother said about once 10 years ago. Someone applied and was gone the next day. She told me that because I was driving her crazy. She threatened to apply for elsewhere.
She was just joking.
I know, but someone did that once. Here today, gone tomorrow, not even a ceremony of release.
How can someone not fit in?
We're all going to get just the right assignments. You'll see.
The ceremony of clothes.
I hope you get pilot. Then you can take me flying.
Sure I will. And I'll get a special little parachute that just fits you and take you up maybe 20,000 feet in the air and open the door.
Jonas,
I was only joking. I don't want to be a pilot. If I get pilot, I'll put in an appeal.
I take it.
I'm glad Gabe's here and not being released.
Yeah, one more year to see if you grow sufficient, little guy. We'll have to sign a pledge not to get too attached. We can discuss this later. Into auditorium, everyone. Scoot, scoot. And arrange my number.
Ready, number 19?
Ready, number 18. How about you, number 20?
I think I'm ready. I just need to keep breathing.
Welcome. Today is very special. You 11s have spent all of your years until now learning to fit in, to curb any impulse that might set you apart from the group. But today you are 12s. Today we honor your differences. They have determined your futures. We have with us today those with unusual scientific aptitudes, love of newborns, love of caretaking, and many other skills. The elders have observed you carefully all year. Today you receive your assignments. Number 1, Madeline will receive the assignment of fish hatchery attendant.
That assignment's been taken.
I would take it.
Madeline, thank you for your childhood. 2, Inger will receive the assignment of birth mother.
I would have taken that.
You Can't be a birth mother, Asher.
3,
I don't think I can wait.
5, 6, 13, 14.
Isaac just got assigned instructor of sixes. I could have been instructor of sixes.
Why, number 18?
18. Asher. When the committee began to decide Asher's assignments, there were some possibilities that were immediately discarded. For example, we did not consider designating Asher an instructor of threes, teaching a precise language. But today, his lapses are very few. His corrections and apologies are very prompt, and his good humor is unfailing. Asher, we have given you the assignments of Assistant Director of Recreation. Thank you for your childhood.
Ready, number 19?
Number 20, Fiona. Number 20, Fiona.
What happened?
I don't know.
He skipped you.
I don't know.
What did you do wrong?
Fiona, we have given you the assignment of Caretaker of the Olds. Thank you for your childhood. I know you're all concerned. I have caused you all anxiety. I apologize to my community.
We
accept your apology.
Jonas, I apologize to you in particular. I caused you anguish.
I accept your apology.
Please, join me. Jonas has not been assigned. Jonas has been selected. Jonas has been selected to be your next receiver of memory. Such a selection is very, very rare. Our community has only one receiver. It is he who trains his successor. We have had one receiver for a very long time. We failed in our last election. It was 10 years ago, and I will not dwell on the experience because it causes us all terrible discomfort. We have not been hasty this time. We could not afford another failure. With other 12s, we can monitor training and modify behavior. But the receiver in training cannot be observed, cannot be modified. He is to be alone, apart, while he prepares for the most honored job in the community. Jonas has shown all the qualities a receiver must have: intelligence, integrity, courage. Jonas, the training required of you involves pain, physical pain. You have never experienced that. Yes, you scraped your knees and fell from a bicycle. Yes, you crushed your finger in a door last year. But you'll be faced now with pain of a magnitude that none of us here can comprehend because it's beyond our experience. The receiver himself was not able to describe it, only to remind us that you need immense courage to face it. You will also need wisdom, which will come with training. And finally, the receiver must have a name or quality which I can name but not describe. None of us will understand it, but perhaps Jonas will. The receiver calls it the capacity to see beyond.
I think it's true. I don't understand it yet, but sometimes I see something, and maybe it's beyond.
Jonas, you will be trained to be your next receiver of memory. We thank you for your childhood.
Jonas,
Jonas, Jonas, Jonas.
Ash, congratulations.
Thanks. Congratulations.
Want to ride home, Recreation Director?
I'm going with my parents. I'll see you tomorrow.
You've been greatly honored, Jonas. Your father and I are very proud.
It's the most important job in the community.
What did the chief elder mean about the person before me failing? What happened to him?
Her, not him. It was a female, but we are never to speak of her again.
What happened to her?
We don't know. We never saw her again.
You've been greatly honored, Jonas. Greatly honored.
We'll talk at home.
Fiona, congratulations.
Thank you. Have you read your folder yet?
The rules and instructions. I completely forgot. Have you read yours?
I started. It's a lot of material.
Mine's just one sheet.
It's private. I'm not supposed to read it.
I know.
Jonas, receiver of memory. 1. Go immediately at the end of school hours each day to the annex entrance behind the house of the old. 2. Go immediately at the conclusion of training hours each day to your dwelling. 3. From this moment on, you are exempted from the rules governing rudeness. You may ask any question of any citizen and you will receive answers. 4. Do not discuss your training with any other member of the community, including parents and elders. 5. From this moment on, you are prohibited from dream telling. 6. Except for illness or injury unrelated to your training, do not apply for any medication. 7. You are not permitted to apply for release. 8. You may lie.
Are your rules clear enough?
Yes.
I'm going to the house of the old. I don't know why I'm nervous. I've been there so often before.
Everything's different now.
I don't want to be late. If we finish at the same time, I'll ride home with you.
I like that.
Hello?
Hello. I'm Jonas.
I know. Welcome, receiver of memory.
Sir, I apologize for my lack of understanding.
No apologies in this room. We haven't time.
It's just, I think that you are the receiver of memory. I'm not anything at all.
When I became a 12, I was selected, as you have been. I was frightened, as you are. I came to this very room to begin my training. The previous receiver seemed as old to me as I do to you. He felt just as tired as I do today. Simply put, my job is to transmit to you all the memories that I have with me.
Sir, I'd be very interested to hear the story of your life.
No, I'm not being clear. It's the memories of the whole world before my time and yours, and the previous receiver, generations before him.
I don't understand. I don't know what you mean when you say the whole world or generations before him. I thought there was only us. I thought there was only now.
There is much more. There is all that goes beyond, all that is elsewhere, all that goes back and back and back. I received them all, and here in this room, all alone, I re-experienced them again and again. It's how wisdom comes. It's how we shape our future. I'm so weighted with them. It's as if it's like going downhill to the deep snow on a sled. At first it's exhilarating, the speed, the sharp, clear air. Then snow accumulates, builds up on the runners. You're slow. You have to push hard to just keep going, and that means nothing to you, does it?
I don't understand, sir.
Of course you don't. You don't know what snow is, do you? Or a sled? Runners?
No, sir.
Downhill, the term means nothing to you?
Nothing, sir.
Move to the bed and lie face down.
What are you going to do, sir?
I'm going to transmit the memory of snow. Close your eyes, relax. This will not be painful.
Snow. This is snow. Sled. Hill. I'm on a sled on a hill. And I'm moving downhill. Runners, speed. Sled downhill.
How do you feel?
Surprised.
It was exhausting. But you know, even transmitting a tiny memory to you, I think it lightened me a little.
But you don't have the memory anymore. It was such fun. And I took it from you.
I gave you one ride on one sled on one hill. I have a whole world of them in my memories.
Are you saying that could I do it again? Because I think I'd like to. I think I could steer this time by pulling the ropes. I didn't last time because it was so new, but this time.
Another time, for a treat maybe. I only wanted to.
What happened to snow and sleds and hills? Did my parents have sleds? Did you?
No, it is a distant memory.
Why don't we have snow?
Climate control. Snow made growing food difficult, and unpredictable weather made transportation almost impossible at times. It wasn't a practical thing, so it became obsolete when we went to sameness.
Hills?
Hills too. Trucks, buses, slowed them down, so sameness.
I wish we had those things still. Just now and then.
So do I. But the choice is not ours.
But sir, since you have so much power.
I have great honor. You will too. But you will find that that is not the same as power. Lie back down. Let me give you something else. This time I won't give you the name of it.
Sunshine.
Ah, you did get the word for it. Good. That makes my job easier. Not so much explaining.
And it came from the sky.
That's right. Just as it used to.
Before sameness. Before climate control.
That's enough for today. I think we're off to a good start.
Sir, the chief elder told me that it was going to be painful, but it didn't hurt at all. I really enjoyed it.
I started you with memories of pleasure. My previous failure gave me the wisdom to do that. At least, it will be painful.
I'm brave, sir. I really am.
I can see that. I think I have enough energy for one more transmission.
Ouch! Ow! It hurt. I couldn't get the word for it.
It was sunburn.
It hurt a lot. But I'm glad you gave it to me. It was interesting.
Get up. It's time for you to go home.
Thank you for my first day, sir. Sir,
Yes?
it's just, I don't know your name. You say that I'm the receiver, but I think you're the receiver. So, I don't know what to call you.
Call me the giver.
You slept soundly, Jonas? No dreams?
I slept very soundly.
I wish this one would.
So do I. He's so fretful at night.
I slept soundly.
Don't forget your pill, though.
I looked for you yesterday so we could ride home together. Your bike was there, and I waited a while, but then I went home.
I apologize for making you wait.
I accept your apology.
It's just, I stayed a little longer than I expected. You've been doing so many volunteer hours at the House of the Old. There won't be much you don't already know.
Oh, there's lots to learn. There's dietary rules and medication, punishment for disobedience. Did you know they use a discipline wand on the old, as same as for the small children? What?
Nothing.
I really think I'll like it better than school.
Me too.
Well, I have to go.
Me too.
You're 1 minute late.
I apologize. I'm 1 minute late because it happened again. What I think you call seeing beyond.
Describe it.
It started with an apple a few weeks ago. 1 second, it was a regular old apple. And then the next second, it changed. Looked different. The same thing happened at the ceremony with the faces of the people in the crowd. When I looked out, they changed. Just for a second. And today, just now, outside, it happened with Fiona. Her hair looked different. Not its shape or not its length. I can't quite. It changed. I'm not sure how or why.
Lie down. Call back the memory of the sled, just the beginning of it. Now look down at the sled.
Yes, I saw it in the slide.
Now look to the bookcase, the very top row of books.
It happened.
You're beginning to see the color red.
What?
How to explain this? Once, back in the time of the memories, everything had a shape and size, but they also had another quality called color. There were lots of colors, and one of them was red. Your friend Fiona has red hair. It's quite distinctive, actually. I've noticed it before.
And the faces of the people at the ceremony.
Flesh is not red, but it has red tones in it. There was a time, actually, you'll see it in the memories, when flesh was many different colors. Before sameness.
The red was so beautiful.
It is.
Do you see it all the time?
You see all of them, all the colors.
Why can't everyone? Why did colors disappear?
People made that choice before my time and yours, and the previous receiver, and back and back and back. We relinquished colors when we relinquished sunshine. We gained control of many things. We had to let go of others.
We shouldn't have.
You've come very quickly to that conclusion. It took me many years. Lie down. I'm going to give you the memory of a rainbow.
Asher,
Hello, Jonas.
I want you to do something.
What?
Look at those flowers very carefully. The geraniums.
What's the matter? Is something wrong?
No. I thought for a second that they were wilting and that we should let the gardening crew know. It isn't fair.
Explain yourself.
It isn't fair that nothing has color. If everything's the same, then there aren't any choices. I want to wake up in the morning and decide things. A blue tunic or a red one. But it's all the same, always. I mean, I know it's not important what you wear, but
It's the choosing that's important, isn't it?
my little brother, no, that's inaccurate. The new child that my family's taking care of.
Gabriel?
He's grabbing toys, and he's really cute. But wouldn't it be great if we could hold up things that were bright red or bright yellow? And he could choose?
He might make wrong choices.
Oh. I guess it wouldn't matter with the new child's toy. But it might matter later, wouldn't it?
Not safe.
Definitely not safe. What if people were allowed to choose their own mate and chose wrong? Or what if people chose their own job?
Frightening, isn't it?
Very frightening. I can't even imagine it. We really have to protect people from wrong choices.
It's safe.
Much safer.
Lie down. I'm going to show you something unsafe. It's called an elephant.
Lily, did you know that once there really were elephants?
Right. Sure, Jonas.
Time for bed, Lily Billy.
Jonas, you're hurting me with your hand.
I apologize for hurting you, Lily.
Accept your apology.
What's the point of being the receiver if I can't share anything with anyone?
The Council of Elders will come to you for counsel and advice.
Do you advise them often?
Rarely. I wish they'd ask my advice more often. There are so many things I could tell them, things I wish they'd change, but they don't want to change. Life here is painless. It's what they've chosen.
Then why do they need a receiver?
They need me. And you were reminded of that 10 years ago.
When you tried to train a successor.
And failed. When the new receiver failed, all the memories she had received were released. They didn't come back to me. Where they went, I don't know exactly. But then the people had access to them. It was chaos. They really suffered for a while. Finally, it subsided as the memories were assimilated, but it certainly reminded them that they need a receiver to contain all that pain and knowledge.
I haven't suffered, have I? There was the sunburn you gave me on the very first day, but that wasn't so terrible. What makes you suffer so badly? Maybe if you gave some of it to me, your pain would be less.
I can't shield you forever. Lie down. Let's start with something familiar. Let's go again to a hill and a sled.
The hills, steeper, the ice, too much ice. Ah! My leg! It was broken. My leg broke.
Yes.
May I have relief of pain, please?
No. This is only the beginning of pain. It will get much, much worse.
Is something wrong, Jonas? You're so quiet tonight.
Aren't you feeling well? Would you like some medication?
I'm just tired. School lessons were unusually difficult today. I'm going to bed.
How's your day, Lily?
They've never known pain.
They've never known a brisk sail on a blue-green lake either. Or an orange sunset behind a mountain. And they have never known starvation. I'm sorry, Jonas. I have to include pain each day now. Let me give you a medal potted with yellow wildflowers before you go.
Why?
Why the flowers?
Why do you and I have to hold the memories?
Gives us wisdom. Without wisdom, I could not fulfill my function of advising the committee of elders.
What wisdom do you get from hunger?
Some years ago, a lot of citizens petitioned the committee of elders to assign birth mothers 4 births instead of 3, so that there would always be more laborers available.
That makes sense.
They came to me for wisdom.
And you use the memories.
The strongest that came was hunger. It came from centuries back. The population had gotten so big that hunger was everywhere. excruciating hunger and starvation. It was followed by warfare.
What's warfare?
You will learn, as you already understand hunger.
Did you describe it to them?
They don't want to hear about the pain. They just seek advice. I simply advise them against the increasing of population.
When was the last time you advised them?
Do you remember the day the plague flew over the community a few months ago?
Yes. I was scared.
So were they. They were prepared to shoot it down, but I told them to wait.
Why? How did you know the pilot was lost?
I didn't. But I knew that there were times in the past, terrible times, where people destroyed each other in haste, in fear, and of their own destruction.
But that means you have memories of destruction, and you have to give them to me.
Yes,
But it will hurt.
it will hurt terribly.
Why can't everyone have the memories? Wouldn't it make it easier?
They selected us.
When did they decide that? It wasn't fair. Let's change it.
How do you suggest we do that? I haven't been able to think of a way. I'm supposed to be the one with all the wisdom.
But there are two of us now. Together we can think of something.
People made this choice before my time and yours and the previous receiver and
Back and back and back. Which means nothing can be changed.
He's really changing. He can sit alone and grab toys and...
After all the extra time we put in with him, I hope they're not going to decide to release him.
Maybe it would be for the best. He still doesn't sleep the night.
But
And I know you don't mind giving up with him, but the lack of sleep is awfully hard for me.
I could take him.
what?
Why not put Gabriel's crib in my room tonight? I know how to feed and take care of him, and it would let you and Father get some sleep.
But you sleep so soundly. What if his restlessness didn't wake you?
If Nolan goes to Tank Gabriel, he gets really loud. He'd wake all of us. Someone would hear him.
Right. All right, Jonas. Let's try it. Just for tonight.
Oh no. Not already. Gabe, don't. What? It's sailing. Gabriel, this is my memory of sailing. You're taking it. You shouldn't. I'm not the giver. You're not the receiver. I can't. This shouldn't. Oh no. Giver? I'll come back tomorrow, sir. Unless there's something I can do to help.
please take some of the pain.
Put your hands on me. Quickly, now! Help! 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 Warfare.
Forgive me, Jonas. I had to. I had to show you war.
I wanted to die.
I know. I'll be gentle with you for the next few days. There are lots of good memories too. I'll give you something called a birthday party, and museums filled with more colors than you can name. And a horse. One of my favorites. Riding a brown horse through damp grass and sleeping beside a campfire and...
Your favorite.
What?
Show me your favorite.
You
You don't need to give it away just yet. Just tell me about it. I need it. I need to look forward to it.
No, I'd be happy to give it to you.
I smell food. Family.
What did you perceive?
Warmth. and happiness. A celebration of some sort. A holiday. And something else. I can't quite get the word for it.
It will come to you.
Who were the old people? Why were they there?
They were called grandparents.
Grandparents?
It meant parents of parents long ago.
Back and back and back. I never thought about it before. My parents must have had parents. Who were my parents' parents? Where are they?
The names are in the Hall Book of Records if you want to look.
I can't quite get the word for the whole feeling of it. The feeling that was so strong in the room.
Love.
Love. Giver. I can see how it wasn't a very practical way to live, with the old right there in the same place where they maybe wouldn't be well taken care of. But I was thinking, feeling, actually, that it was kind of nice. I wish we could be that way still, and that you could be my grandparent. Do you love me?
Jonas, you of all people, precision of language, please.
What do you mean?
You could ask, do you enjoy me? The answer is yes.
Or do you take pride in my accomplishments? And the answer is wholeheartedly yes.
Do you of all people understand why it's inappropriate to use such imprecise words like love?
Yes. Thank you. I do.
Oh dear.
He's making such progress during the days.
What about Jonas? He still can't sleep the night.
It's all right. I'll take him. Those are horses, Gabriel. And grass. And sunlight. Things could change, Gabe. I don't know how, but there has to be some way for things to change. There could be colors. And grandparents. And everybody could have the memories. There could be love.
Don't forget to take your pill, Jonas.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Asher, Ash, I see your bike. Where are you?
Pow, 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 pew, pew, pew. Pow, pow,
Blast! You're my little friend, Jonas. Watch out! You're hit, Jonas. Pow! You're hit again. Pow! 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 Pow!
Jonas, what's wrong,
It
Jonas?
was just a game.
You ruined it.
Don't play it anymore.
I'm the one training for assistant recreation director. Games are not your area of expertness.
Expertise.
Whatever. You can't say what we play, even if you are going to be the new receiver. I apologize for not paying you the respect you deserve.
Asher, you had no way of knowing this. I didn't know it myself until recently. But it's a cruel game. In the past, there have...
I said I apologize, Jonas.
I accept your apology, Asher.
Jonas, do you want to go for a ride along the river?
I want to get to sleep early tonight. There's a birth mother who's expecting twins tomorrow. Tests show they're identical.
Oh dear, I hope you're not the one assigned.
I am. I'll have to select the one to be nurtured and the one to be released. Usually it's just a matter of birth weight. We release the smaller of the two.
Do you take it elsewhere, Father?
No, I just get the small one cleaned up and comfy, and then I perform a small ceremony of release, and That way, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I wonder if Larissa could get the twin.
Larissa?
An old woman I used to bathe. She was released in a wonderful ceremony last month.
Jonas, the old are not given children to raise. Larissa doesn't need a new child.
What if they give the little twin a name elsewhere? A name like maybe Jonathan. And here in our community, at his naming, the twin we kept is given the name Jonathan. And maybe our group of sixes can visit another community on a bus. And there in that group of sixes was their Jonathan.
And maybe when you become a 12, they'll give you the assignment of storyteller. I don't think we've had a storyteller in the community for a long time.
What if we were all twins and we don't even know it? And in another community, there's another Lily, and another Jonas, and another mother, and another father.
Lily, it's bedtime.
Giver, do you ever think about release?
I wish I could put in a request for it when I'm in an awful lot of pain. But I'm not permitted to do that until the new receiver is trained.
And I can't request release either. It was in my rules.
They hammered out those rules after the failure 10 years ago.
Giver, tell me what happened. Please.
On the surface, it was quite simple. Ceremony was held and selection was made.
What was she like?
She was a remarkable young woman, very self-possessed and serene, intelligent, and eager to learn.
Can you tell me her name?
Her name was Rosemary.
Rosemary. I like that name.
Jonas, you remember the memory of the family, the grandparents?
Love.
That's what I felt for Rosemary. I loved her. I feel it for you too.
What happened to her?
Her training began. She was so enthusiastic, so delighted to experience new things. I remember her laughter.
Please, tell me.
It broke my heart to transfer pain to her, but it was what I had to do. 5 weeks, that was all. I gave her a ride on a merry-go-round, a kitten to play with. Sometimes I chose one just because I knew it would make her laugh. I still treasure the sound of that laughter in this silent room. But she was like you. She wanted to experience everything. I gave her loneliness. I gave her loss. The memory of a child taken from his parents. Everything changed once she knew about pain.
She wasn't brave enough?
She insisted I continue till I not spare her. And I knew that she was correct. Poverty, hunger, terror. I had to, Jonas. It was my job, and she had been chosen. Finally, one afternoon, I tried to finish, as I do with you, by transferring something happy and cheerful. But the times of laughter were gone by then. She left here that day and went directly to the chief elder and asked to be released.
That's against the rules.
It wasn't against hers. They had to give it to her. I never saw her again.
Giver, what if something happens to me? An accident. You've already given me so many important memories. They'd be gone forever.
Memories are forever. When Rosemary was gone, the memories she had came back to the community. overwhelmed the people. All those feelings. I was so devastated, I didn't even try to help them through it. That's why they can't lose you, Jonas. They wouldn't know how to deal with all those memories. You may never ask for release.
I know. And I was only wondering because my father is releasing a new child today. A twin. Actually, I suppose he's already finished. I think it was this morning.
Wish they wouldn't do that.
Well, they can't have two identical people around. Think how confusing it would be. I wish I could watch.
You can.
No. They never let children watch. It's very private.
Jonas, you're the new receiver of memory. If you want to watch a release, you have simply to ask.
Well, maybe I will then. Okay, similarly for this one. I'm sure it was this morning.
All private ceremonies are recorded. They're in the Hall of Closed Records. Do you want to watch this morning's release?
I
think you should.
Alright then.
Show this morning's release of the twin.
Hey little guy, it's your big day.
That's my father.
It's not for a moment that it might be exactly the same. Then you have a problem. Well, the 6 pounds even. So you're clean him up, dress him, take him over to the center. And you're only 5 pounds 10 ounces. A shrimp.
That's the same voice he uses with Gabriel.
Watch.
Now he cleans him up and makes him comfy. He told me.
Be quiet, Jonas. Watch.
Why does he have a needle?
Shh.
I know it hurts, little guy. I have to use his name. All of it. I wasn't so bad, was it?
Now he cleans him up and makes him comfy. Why isn't the new child moving? He killed it. My father killed it!
Bye, little guy.
When they notified me that Rosemary had appealed for release, they turned on the tape to show me the process. There she was, my last glimpse of that beautiful child. They brought in the syringe and asked her to roll up her sleeve. You suggested she wasn't brave enough? Well, I don't know about bravery, but I do know that I sat here numb with horror and listened as Rosemary told them she would prefer to inject herself. And then she did. I didn't watch. I turned away. There you are, Jonas. You were wondering about release.
No. No!
Jonas. Notify the new receiver's family unit that he will be staying with me tonight for additional training.
I will take care of that, sir. Thank you for your instructions.
I will take care of that, sir. I will take care of that, sir. I will do whatever you like, sir. Kill people, sir. Small newborn people, old people. I'd be happy to kill them, sir. Thank you for your instructions, sir.
Jonas, listen to me. They can't help it. They know nothing else. It's the life that was created for them. It's the same life you would have if you hadn't been chosen.
But my father lied to me.
It's what he was told to do. And he knows nothing else.
What about you? Do you lie to me too?
I am empowered to lie, but I have never lied to you.
Releasing is always like that? For people who break the rules 3 times? For the old?
Yes.
What about Fiona? She loves you. What will she do when she finds out?
Fiona is already being trained in the fine art of release. She's very efficient at her work. Feelings are not a part of the life she's learned.
What should I do? I can't go back now. I can't!
I know. That's why we must make a plan.
A plan for what? There's nothing we can do. It's always been this way back and back and back.
Memories tell us that it's not always been this way. People felt things once before things changed. Having you here with me this past year has made me realize that things must change again. And for the first time, I think there might be a way. You have to escape, Jonas. If you can get away, get to elsewhere, your memories will come back to the community. They'll be forced to bear them as they did when we lost Rosemary. They'll need me to help them. And this time, I will.
They'll just find a new receiver to take my place.
Hope was ready for training, not soon enough. And I can't take them back. They'll be forced to bear the memories.
How could I escape? When?
They have ceremonies is coming up in 2 weeks. But they have great distraction.
If I left early that morning, Mother and Father wouldn't think anything of it. I could say I'm going for a bike ride, leave them a note, and go before dawn even. And by the ceremony time, they'd think I was with you or Asher.
And Asher would think you were with your parents or me.
And we'd be long on our way by then.
No, you'd be on your way. I must stay here.
What?
When you're gone and the memories are coming back and the confusion is setting in, I'll go to the auditorium and announce that you've been lost in the river. They won't look for you and we'll begin a ceremony of loss.
I can't do this without you. I'll need you to come.
Jonas, I wouldn't survive the journey. I am very weakened now. Do you know that I no longer see colors? You have the courage and the colors. For the next 2 weeks, I'll transfer every memory of escape and strength that I have. It will be difficult, but there has to be an answer out there. You'll find it.
Never.
Do you know the one memory I haven't given you? That I wanted to keep it for myself to the last.
What?
When I was a boy, I didn't have seeing beyond, as you do. I had hearing beyond. I began to hear something truly remarkable. It's called music. I'll give you some before you go.
No. I want you to keep that. To have with you for when I'm gone.
My work will be finished when I've helped the community change and become whole.
And you'll come find me then?
I love you, Jonas. But I have another place to go. When my work here is finished, I want to be with my daughter.
I didn't know you had a daughter. You never mentioned a daughter.
Her name was Rosemary.
Did you have a pleasant day in the extra training, Jonas?
Yes. And busy.
Me too. Yesterday was just a pleasant, busy day for all of us, wasn't it?
Seems like it. Hi, Gabe. I missed you.
Enjoying Jonas bonus. This is his last night as visitor.
What do you mean?
Well, with you gone, we had him stay overnight at the nurturing center. He'd been sleeping so soundly.
Did it go well?
It was a disaster. He cried all night apparently. The night crew was really frazzled by the time I got to work.
Gabe, you naughty thing.
So, we obviously had to make the decision. When we met this afternoon, even I voted for Gabriel's release.
Release?
Certainly gave our best try, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
When? When will he be released?
First thing tomorrow morning. We have to start our preparations for the naming ceremony. So we thought we'd get this taken care of right away. It's bye-bye 2 in the morning, Gabe. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Tonight. Right after it gets dark. I have to go tonight.
We're not ready. We don't have enough memories.
I won't let them take Gabe.
Take food. Do you have food?
I have food. I have memories of escape, of courage. I have my father's bike. I have Gabe. Shh. Shh. Here's a memory of swinging in a hammock, Gabe. Those are palm trees. The ocean. It's okay. It's okay.
You'll have to go around the other communities. Let no one see you.
I know.
There should be fewer and fewer communities, farther and farther apart.
There are.
They'll be looking for you soon.
We'll sleep by day, then ride by night. My legs ache.
Strength,
They're going numb.
courage.
The search plane.
They can't see colors. Remember, be as gray as the bushes.
But they have heat seekers. They'll find our bodies. Gabe, it's snow. It's snow, Gabriel. And cold. It's okay to be cold. We have to be cold. It wasn't as strong. The memory wasn't as strong.
It's what we planned, what we hoped. As you move away from the community, you'll shed your memories and leave them behind for us.
But I'll need them. I need to make us cold and brave. Gabe needs them. Giver? The trees are getting thicker, Gabe. And that's a stream. A real stream. And a waterfall. Gabe, you hear that? Birds. You see them. See? And deer. Those are real deer. And I don't know what the reddish-brown thing with the thick tail is. Oh, Gabe, it's even better than the memories. And I still have food. Don't worry. They're not much. We better keep moving. You see the wildflowers? And how the wind moves the trees. And the hills. This is what a real hill feels like. I think they stopped searching for us. I wonder what's going on back in the community. And what we're going to do for food. Gabe, I wanted joy so badly, and I think I made a wrong one. But if I stayed, you wouldn't even be able to cry now. So what kind of choice is that? Here, it's the memory of a meal. Birthday cake. It's the best I can give you. I can barely hang on to them anymore. They're almost gone. Gabe, it's snow, Gabriel. Real snow. It's so cold. It's like, it's... We have to get you warm. Remember sunshine? I'm sorry. Gabe, I still have my own memories. Hey, Gabe, make a sound. Hey, Gabe, come on, you can't. We have to. Gabe, it's a sled, a real sled. We're going for a ride, except no fall, no pain, no ice this time. Just hang on. We're sledding. I know those lights. I know where we are. I remember this place. I remember this place. Gabe. That's music. We're home.